This Hangout on Air is live. It's Alicia Stringer here. Always empowering success streams, and we are here on the Millionaire Mindset Hangout live. It is Tuesday, February 24, 2015, and it is a cloudy, freezing day here in Nashville. We got out. My daughter's still having fun skating on whatever snow and ice is left out. There's not much, and I think it's just so cold, reason why they called off school again last minute last night. So hopefully we can get back in our regular routine soon, because we're so excited about getting out of the house and getting back to normal life again. So what happens when you get stuck in a snow week all week long. So we are here. We're going to talk about tons of different mapping ways to get to your millions. And we've got some strategies and tools to help you. But I first want to introduce somewhat of our panel. Hopefully Keisha will come out. I don't hear her. And I think Valerie's frozen somewhere coming out. So see if Greta's out there. Can introduce yourself and share what's going on in your world. She's muted still.
I'm muted. I'm talking to myself. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Awesome. Okay. I don't have my usual headset here, and it feels really weird.
Yeah, we have things off.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Greta Campagnolo, and if this is your first time on our Hangout, welcome to our Hangout. We do these Hangouts every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, and I'm super excited to be here. I know that we went over some of this the stuff we'll be sharing with you today. I think it was last week, and so I'm excited to delve into it more myself today, and to help you get to a place. I know that Valerie has some great mindset stuff to go along with what we'll be sharing with you today. So make sure you stick around for that. And yeah, hopefully Keisha will be on with us. And yeah, and just a warning as well. I know Valerie and I like to give out warnings about our kids because I've got half a dozen kids that are homeschool. I'm an unschooling mommy, so my kids, play school all day long, sort of thing, and so they're going to be in and out doing their thing as well. But my door's locked, but I might get some interruptions here and there. So awesome to be here, and I'm so happy you're here with us too.
Hey, it keeps our present. It keeps us moving.
Yeah.
That's the fun part. They love to watch the background.
Yeah, it's funny because my kids usually, I think Valerie's frozen, but it's funny because I have my little office here in my house, and my kids will talk about the Hangout afterwards because they like to listen in right above from the ceiling, like through the floor, and listen to my Hangout. So it's pretty cool. So if you're a mom, and you're super busy and you think, I don't know how the heck I can do this, believe me, if I can do it with 6 kids, homeschooling, all that stuff, you can do it too. So and that's why these Hangouts are so important for me and for everyone, for all of us here, because it's all about getting that right mindset. Because even though I was having a difficult morning this morning, Alicia was like, be present, be there. And I just have to get down and be real for a moment and to just share that, because I was feeling like, I don't know if I can hop on out, but because I did it, it's like it only takes a matter of, it's like something like 67 seconds to change your thoughts and to switch them around the other way. And now I feel great, and I feel back on again. So I just want to say thank you to you, Alicia, for just saying, just do it, girl, and come out here and be present.
Breathe. Let's go.
Breathe. That's right. Breathe and be present.
Our fuel for the whole week. We get to come out and really share our, really a good insight. So I'm sitting on top of the pillow. We're going to get on the edge. We're going to get you guys taking some action. So I'm going to take action with you guys. And I know there's somewhat a delay sometimes in the Hangouts. So, but I want you to go through and leave this open in one of your tabs. Go open and open up another tab. I always say tabs. Some people like to open up windows, but if you click on the little next folder thing on your browser, go open to google.com, and in the search bar, shoot, analytics came up for me. I type it in too much. I like to look at my analytics. I love to watch numbers. Okay.
Yes.
In Google, I'm typing this into, type in empathy map, E-M-P-A-T-H-Y map. And there's going to be like some images. Just click on images if you want. And there's like a ton of them. And they look all about the same. So I want you to pick out your favorite, pick out one that's probably empty, or maybe you want to have one that's kind of filled in so you kind of know. But it's going to have this little guy in the middle, and it's going to have think and feel at the top. And I want you to take that picture, just take a picture, and then I want you to save it on your computer where you can remember where it's at, of course, empathy map. And then I want you to come over back to Hangout, and there is a little, I think a pencil. Where is it? No, there's a little picture image that you can upload and drag a file there. So if you remember where your file is, or if you want to take a picture from that too, you can just choose your file, and I want you to put in the empathy map that you found inside of Google that you just researched. Now see, now I saved it in a folder that have way too many pictures, so sometimes I have a hard time finding it. So I am doing that right now. I'm uploading my empathy map. And that is your to-do list action right now. I want you to have that open. And I want to see a bunch of empathy maps here in this comment stream. And if I need to do a screen share to show you how to do that, let me know if you guys need some more help in that. Valerie, are you out there?
I'm here. I hooked into a different Wi-Fi, so I think I got a better connection here.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Well, share us a little bit about where you are at, and if you were able to do the empathy map download, because I know it can be tricky on the phone, I think, if you're looking at the Hangouts.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing the empathy map download, but I you know, where we got the information, I've worked with it. So, I have it from where we originally got it from. So I've got that. I've got it on, you know, but I'm on my cell, actually, because I'm trying this Valerie Jampolsky here. I got twin, whatever, 5-year-olds here in the background. So if there's a little bit of noise, a little bit of stuff going on, like Greta, you know how it is. So yeah, this is very, very, very powerful. I want to say that we're going to get into maybe it's a little bit of some tech stuff here, but and you know, mindset approach towards your marketing. But when we get to this, after we go through this, I want to have you take this from a very, very powerful mindset place of how to actually do this, something that will really make a difference in doing this exercise. So as you're going through this, I want you to notice something. As you're listening to, you know, Greta and Alicia, as we're going through this, notice if you find yourself checking out or freaking out. Okay? If you find yourself checking out or freaking out, make a note of it. All right? I'll just leave it with that for the moment. Okay.
I love that.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of new people that are always studying different ways. I'm studying different ways of how to really reach your target market, so you know that you're mapping to millions. And when I made that little image for Facebook, I did map your millions, and it was all the hot spots all over the world. I was like, that's cool. So if they have a hot spot, they're going to find me on the internet. So I love all those little dots. You know, like I'm going to map exactly where they're coming from, and it's really neat to see the people that. That's why I said I go to Google Analytics and find where people are finding me from my blog, and it is literally all over the world. I get blown away from the Africa leads, the Indian leads, the Russian that just come from everywhere on my blog. So it's really fun to watch, mapping to see all over the world where they're coming from. Keisha is here.
Woohoo!
Hello.
Keisha.
Hello, ladies. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. We have just introduced each other, so tell us a little bit about where you're at, Keisha.
Sure. I'm coming to you live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And like the other ladies, I'm a mompreneur who is blogging as a way of mapping my millions. So I'm excited to be here with you to share with you ways to improve your mindset so that you can be on your way to becoming a millionaire.
Excellent. We just gave an action step to people going to Google and typing in empathy map and uploading it to our comment stream. And I was wondering if any of you ladies see anybody that has done that. Maybe we can have a guest come out and go through this empathy map together if they would be willing to message us on our Hangout stream, and we can have someone live start to come out and be our guinea pig in it. So I will leave that open for you ladies to kind of check out and help me monitor.
I will check it for you. I'll check it for you right now. Just refresh so that we see who is out there.
And I'm kind of taking this refresh information. We've gone through this a couple times from the Superwomen How to Boot Camp, and really took this information. I think there's a couple places inside of our boot camp that went over it. And as well as last Tuesday, Empower Network had a Technical Tuesday, which was open to the public. Anybody can get in. And Neil Patel came out and gave us a lot of information how to boost our audience and how he's been able to generate that many visitors. And Michelle came out and shared us a lot of tips on how she's been able to target her audience and get some more targeted ideal readers to her blog. And so this was one of the strategies that she used, and really went into depth into how you can create your empathy map. So you can see at the top of it, it says think, from my copy, did y'all find something else? Think and feel. And so when you're trying to find that target audience, which is that person in the middle, you've got to know all of the ins and outs of what your target customer is, so that you can make sure that you're targeting the right pain, you're going to be helping them in the right direction, and they're going to want to create value back, and how you're going to generate income, right? So we're always trying to help people solve their problem, and this is the solution that you're going to have for them. So we need like a target example audience or something, because they gave like what? I've seen dog training. What was else on there? Maybe we need to have a little brainstorm of maybe some target audiences. Maybe we should just do, you know, super moms or something. I don't know. What kind of examples should we do? Yeah, they did like CrossFit, and they did dog groomers. You can do, I've had beauty and jewelry and funky hip stuff. Do you want to go with an example? Does anybody want to come on and have some ideas? Well, like yours, Greta.
Did you?
I always like. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes,
Because
Keisha.
you guys are frozen.
The internet.
I can hear you.
You guys are frozen. But I think in line with our hangout with personal development, maybe we can tighten it up a little bit.
That is a good idea. When we target people who are studying in the personal development, so maybe we can use that as like a target person that we're trying to find. So let's do that example, I guess, because they did, it's different niches and stuff, and that can be a niche that we can try to target. Does that sound okay?
Mm-hmm. It's a great idea.
Great. Oh, I have a beautiful tattoo with olive. So we got in the middle, we're trying to target the personal development. So we're just going to go through and share some examples of what our target market would think and feel, hear, see, say, and do, and find their pains and their gains. So when you're looking for personal development, we're going to and I'm going to just put maybe in the comment stream some of our notes. I'll try to write some notes here too of how we can really dial in and fill in the right kind of audience. So when we think and do think and feel, what type of person, when we're targeting a person that's studying in the personal development, what exactly are they thinking or are they feeling? And just list a bunch of examples, and it can be totally lots of different things. And I want you guys just to shout those out and just do a brain dump kind of session, so we can fill this out fully.
I mean, I don't know. The first thought that comes to me is I'm doing this I'm doing all this visualization and doing all this stuff, but I'm not manifesting what I want to see. Right? I'm just thinking of, like, someone that might be in personal development, but they're missing that piece. They're missing, what's that piece? What's the piece? I'm doing this, but I'm not seeing the result.
Yeah, so much of seeing, why am I doing all this personal development? It's not making me any money. This is not something tactical.
Like, I'm missing something. What am I missing? Like that, oftentimes, like that's some of the things that I come across that I hear from folks that like they haven't quite put the pieces together yet. That's sort of like, I'm visualizing, I'm doing this, I'm frustrated because I'm not seeing the manifestation yet. What am I missing? What am I missing? Right?
Yeah.
I think of procrastination. You always have that. I'm doing it later. Or not doing it fully. How do they think and feel? Maybe Keisha will be back. Share in the comments if you have any. If you're on the personal development, how are you thinking and feeling? Sometimes it's not feeling confident and what exactly you need to do. That's what I think of. Any other ideas?
Frustration.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Frustration.
I'm just thinking of like the problems, the needs of someone that would be in that niche, but it's the way they would think and talk about it would be in terms of manifestation and what am I attracting? How come? I'm focusing. Here's the key. I'm focusing. I'm working I'm working, visualizing getting rid of my debt. How come I keep getting more of it?
Yeah.
Sorry, but
Perfect.
Hi, for any of you watching that, if you're focusing on getting rid of your debt, you're going to get more debt because you're focusing on debt.
Yeah.
Just say it. So don't go that route. But I'm just thinking of a lot of some of the things that the classic, frustrations that a lot of folks when they're in personal development, they don't understand why it's connecting. It's some of those things. But you kind of get where I'm going.
Perfect. Good. Let's go around the next one. What are they hearing?
And like to go into a little bit more detail, what are friends saying, what are bosses saying, what influencers in their life, what are they saying?
True. Gotta go get that job. Why aren't you making any money yet? It's just you're just studying these books. It's not getting you anywhere. Whatever you're doing is not working right now. What are you doing about it? I think, yeah, you're right. What are they hearing from other people? Oh, and that just like escalates on what you are, on how you're perceived, on how you take action. Whew.
Yeah.
Like you're hearing all this negative stuff. How can you take positive action when you're hearing all this negative stuff? So true. Okay, so we got here, and what are other influences, bosses, and saying from other people? What are their own thoughts saying? Because if you're hearing stuff, your own thoughts can be can stop you too. Right, Greta?
Absolutely. I mean, all of those thoughts lead to your own self-doubts, the ones that you had just mentioned. I mean, you said them all. You mentioned them all, Alicia. Like, why are you wasting your time doing all that stuff and reading all those books? Like, what is it doing for you? Why do you keep listening to those things all day long? Mommy, why do we have to listen to this one again? Yeah, I mean, because then that kind of plays. If you're not creating the results yet for yourself, if that person's not quite gaining the results yet, I mean, it's gonna while you're going through that journey, it's gonna play with your mind a little bit, and you're gonna wonder, oh, maybe so and so is right, and that's when I think the most important thing. I'm just going to say right now, the most important thing that I think you can do is start surrounding yourself with positive influencers, people who are going to support you and believe in you, just like these ladies that I have in my life. When this morning I didn't feel like I was ready to hop on the hangout, and Alicia was like, just breathe and be present. You know, and that made me think, wow, you know what? It's so right. Like, be present, be in the moment right now. Right now.
It's your time.
Yeah. So, yeah, those mean girls or mean guys or whatever in our heads can sometimes play with us a little bit, and it just keep going. It's funny doing this empathy map makes me want to like hug whoever's feeling these feelings, right? Instead of focusing on the negative, because we train our minds so much to stop ourselves and to know that those negative thoughts and feelings aren't actually truly who we are. That's not actually truly who we are.
You remember that activity we did in Houston, Greta? They made us put on rubber bands on our wrists. And every time you had a negative thought, you had to pop yourself.
Yeah. You were there too, Valerie.
Just saying, personally, that doesn't always work for everyone. For me, into a very negative, I will not, just anybody else that might have a negative connotation to what they just said, just saying, I don't do it. I don't do the rubber band thing because I don't believe in negative reinforcement. I don't think I actually don't. I think, if anything else, if I know, this is what I do, and I find this way more valuable, just to be honest. If I have discovered that I have found myself going down a negative trail in my thoughts, I actually stop myself in my tracks and give myself credit for noticing.
Yes.
Which is a way powerful thing to do. So, folks, rather than doing the rubber band, just saying, I know there's some extremely famous people out there that recommend doing it, and I've been there, and I've been at the seminar where it comes from, honestly, but I don't think I think it creates a spiral of something else. So, my personal suggestion, take it or leave it for what you want. When you notice yourself going there, give yourself credit for noticing, because that's the first step, and that actually raises your vibration, which allows you to go to take another more powerful place in space. Just saying. Okay, I'm going to meet myself back out.
I appreciate you coming out and sharing that, Valerie, because I was there. I was at the event, and I did the whole elastic band thing, and my wrist was pretty red by the end of it myself. But I do appreciate you coming out and saying that, because it doesn't work for everybody. And, you know, for me, it's funny. I have an elastic. It's a hair elastic, soft, cushy one. It's not one of those rubber bands. But I don't have it there for that purpose. But I will say that I don't like to wear them around my wrist. For those of you who are moms, that freaks me right out too, is I don't want my kids putting them around their wrists, right? I don't want them putting elastic bands around their wrists. So I'm going like way off topic now, but it's the mummy in me as well. Like, I don't encourage it, so I don't want to do it myself. So I did it in Houston, and then when I came home, I didn't do it again. So, but the acknowledgement is so key because it does lift your vibration so quickly when you realize I'm starting to change those thought patterns and creating new ones. And it's really awesome it may seem really small, but it's actually quite significant. So yeah, that's awesome.
We've done a lot of sensual type of seeing in our exact prospect that we're talking about, being on the personal development. We had some visualization on how you think and feel, kind of what you see, and then we're doing here on what you're hearing, all those thoughts, those words, and now we need to talk about see. And we talked a little bit about it, with the visualization, as she said, with the rubber band. But when we see, maybe that might be a leader that you usually see that you're studying. Maybe it's from a book or a video or something that you're watching. But what else can you think of that are, those that are really studying the personal development to really dive down to improve their mindset? What kind of stuff are they seeing? This is a tough one.
So what are they seeing in their world and their environment around them? I'm assuming it's seeing in many ways. I mean, they're seeing and then they're seeing,
Yeah, what do you see? Like Greta has in her empathy map, the environment, the friends, what the market offers, what kind of stuff are coming at them that they see?
I know what's interesting is it's like, I guess it depends on how far down the road they are in their personal development track, right? And so I think I immediately go there. It's like they're seeing, because the world is how we perceive it, really, honestly. I mean, you could be in the same spot in the same room experiencing something, and how would this person see it? Would they see, would they see themselves in line, in traffic, and see lots of cars and a pain in the butt of going somewhere, or would they see, wow, I got some more time to go listen to my audios? I mean, like, would they see an opportunity versus would they see, would they be future pacing some negative thing in the future because they're showing up, they're going to show up late? Or will they see that, maybe something really amazing is going to happen, and that's why I'm in traffic right now. That's why this is happening, because when I get there, some things are unfolding. Would they see that? I guess it would depend on, like, making a choice on who your person that you're targeting is. Where are they? How far along, like, what do they see in their environment? Maybe where are they working? Where are they living? I mean, are we talking physical? I guess there's in two levels. There's the physical, and there's what they physically see, and then there's interpretation of what they see, which dives in even deeper if you really want to get to know who your person is, thinking that part through. How do they look at life? How do they see what's around them? I don't know. Does that make any sense?
Absolutely.
Around that just was just me going off.
No, I mean, I guess we can consider ourselves being, a personal development person, right? People, women, and that's exactly where my mind goes when you were saying, I've got this much more time in traffic, or I've got to drive my kids all the way across town to another city. I'm like, yes, there's that much more time to listen to my audios. Right? The kids are in their seats. They can't do anything about it. So I've got it on. I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. So yeah, it definitely. But I think that somebody who's into it is going to be like that, right? They are going to be like that. They're going to think of these opportunities and see them when they come up. So, and the friends that are going to be around them are going to be other people who are into personal development. I mean, because that's what it teaches. That's what all this stuff talks about, is surround yourself with like-minded individuals. And if you're into that, you're not going to surround yourself with people who don't get it, who don't believe in it, right? You're going to
you may find yourself naturally gravitating more towards folks that are, or in search thereof of a community, kind of like what we have with this community here. And like, you're here, you're watching, like you made a point of making yourself available to this and connecting. And if you're not totally connected with us, there's a link below. Connect, you can get here, or whoever invited you, whatever. It's it's that kind of thing. So. But
and I was also thinking, the type of person would go to different type of events. Like y'all were talking about, they're going to want to network with those type of communities. So I'm always looking at what other kind of leaders or something that they're studying to what type of events they're going to. Why are they going to those events? Are they going to just network with people that are like-minded like them? Are they going to get their certain type of information that will help them personally? And there's just a lot of different reasons that you see them going to an event that's that they are striving to be around people like that too. So that's what I kind of think of. See, they're physically going to a place. What are they getting when they get there? Some of the types of bonuses or perks that attract that type of person to see why they need to be at that environment, that place.
What groups do they like? What books? What thought leaders? What that sort of thing is a good question to ask. Like, what kind of people do they resonate with?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, we are on our next one is say and do. What does this person have an attitude in public? What is their appearance? What are their behavior toward others?
Well, I would definitely say that they have a positive attitude, outlook. I don't know, as far as appearance goes, I can't really say that they're going to dress any certain way. I think that they're going to be authentic to who they are, I guess. So they're going to...
That's actually really key. Cool, Greta. That's cool, yeah. They're going to, more likely to march to their own drummer of being authentic to who they are, yeah.
Yeah. Like, so you're not going to necessarily see somebody or picture somebody in a suit and tie or in heels and all that, but you're going to see somebody who's, dressing to their personality. You're going to see a uniqueness that way. And behavior towards others, I think they're going to be really nice. They're going to treat others well. They're going to be thoughtful. Just thinking about I'm not sure.
I think it's always, in personal development, they're always willing to help other people. So when you have that in focus, that that they want to help other people and know you want to help other people, it becomes a synergy focus that we're always trying to work that out, right? We're trying to help each other in different ways, and I think all of that kind of comes together when you know the true focus of what they're going to say and do to other people. When you kind of know that focus, that's the action that they want to take for other people.
Yeah, they're going to want to serve other people, and not necessarily food, but you know what I mean. Just help others in whatever they need help with. Even if they see somebody else struggling, maybe with their mindset and things like that, they're gonna want to help them, or they're gonna want to recommend things to them and help to shift their state of mind, state of being. Kind of go out of their way they're gonna kind of go out of their way, go above and beyond in certain areas a lot in the way that they treat others.
That's key. I like that. Above and beyond. All right. So we've kind of touched on a lot of different sensories on here, and I think we kind of made everything else. Do you see anything we missed in this full circle here? Hear, think, feel, see, say, and do.
I think we did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
With that part.
Now to the bottom, which is, I think, the toughest one, but yet I think it makes everything become much more clear. And it's kind of like the foundation. So let's go through the tough one first, is the pain. Let's really dive down to the frustrations and obstacles. And this is like what their problems are. This is the core focus of, you know, what we're trying to help, trying to really dive down into, making sure that we know their true pain. All right.
Well,
so this is your time to complain, Greta.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm just thinking, you know, for some people and at different times, for me, it's been like, is this all, you know, is all of this really working? Is you know, just feeling, you know, they can be feeling really frustrated with the amount of effort that they may be putting into it, or maybe, you know, during those times where they're having a downtime and they're having a hard time lifting themselves up, that they feel like everything that they've been doing, everything that they've been focusing on, is it really helping? Is it really getting me to where I need to be? Does that make sense?
Yeah, because some people don't even, you know, study any personal development, and because of that reason, going, why would it help me? You know, so what? You know, so that's kind of the question always, that is like a target. So what? If you can answer so what, then I think you've got them. So whenever I do like a headline or blog post or any content, I always ask, so what? Can you answer that in your, you know, problems that you're doing? It's very powerful. So keep going. Valerie, you got any pains, problems?
Or obstacles that you may be facing?
I just know, because I talk to a lot of folks, that I mean, a lot of it's just they haven't put the pieces together on it. So they haven't quite figured out the manifestation process yet. So if they're in personal development and they're wanting to, and it's really a sense of frustration of, I've been doing this, but why am I not seeing the results? Because they're missing certain pieces. Mm-hmm. And they don't know that they're missing the pieces, maybe, or maybe they're aware and they just keep searching. So there's a frustration. There's another possible frustration as well in terms of, and something we touched on a little bit, folks that are, you know, that know this and believe this, and because they have not yet manifested what it is, because they're still putting it all together, there might be people in their lives that may not understand, and that there can be a pain and a sadness with respect to the folks that are saying, you know, if you're an entrepreneur, you know, go get a job, what are you doing, right? You know, I mean, there might be some of that, and the pain and the sadness that comes with, you know, people in their lives, friends, family, that may not get what it is that they're doing, may not get their heart and their soul for what they're doing while they're, you know, figuring it all out, So that might be, it's just something that I've come across a lot with folks, until they've found that piece, until they know what it is, and have found a way to have the confidence that when they're in the process and they actually have a system like we have, that they're working, that they know that they're actually manifesting, they're taking steps, and that everything that they're doing is actually creating those. And that the worst thing that they can do is actually start going in and doubting it, because that actually brings in the doubt. But that's part of the possible, the thought patterns that come in there.
Powerful.
Yeah.
I added abuse in that description. So I got a lot of words that you shared, Valerie. That was powerful, because when you have such that abuse, or I even call it disease, so all of that around you, it's contagious in a way that it's hard to figure out a way to get out of wherever you're stuck.
I do want to say for anybody watching this that's in that position, really, a powerful thing is having awareness of basically an understanding for the people that don't get what you're doing, to have compassion for their lack of understanding. It's basically understanding for their lack of understanding, and that can help release a lot of that. Because if you're hanging on to all that, it's a negative vibration. It pulls you down, and it blocks your ability to open up and be able to be aware and take inspired action on the positive things that you are doing. Just saying.
Yeah, that's awesome. Really important, because for some it's really hard to let that go, and that's a really good way of doing it, Valerie. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
should I read off all these pains and problems that we got?
sure.
We got everything? Can't let go. Okay, I've got the pain and problems in the personal development, that person that is studying that we're targeting today, is that maybe they're just simply complaining all the time, because I know that can happen. You got that negative thoughts, right? And so they're asking themselves, they still got those negative thoughts. Is all this worth studying? Is it too much effort? Is too hard just lifting myself up? Is it really helping? So what are the obstacles? I have too many obstacles in the way. I just can't see me having success. What are the pieces you put together? I can't see it manifesting yet. I'm just too frustrating. Why am I not seeing results? What piece am I missing? I know and believe is not there. The people in our lives, the pain and sadness, abuse, no confidence. And I think I added, I've never done this before, just the new fear, the newness fear. I'll add that one. Newest fear, never done it before. Doubting, disease, contagious, stuck, and just can't let it go. Oh, and understanding, and for a lack of understanding. Did I cover everything? You can sum it up and just say fear.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, that's great. So are we gonna go over the gains?
Gains now. You're right.
The positive part.
Solutions. All right. The solutions, right? Are the gains?
Gains, yeah. Wants, needs, measures of success, obstacles. That's just on my own empathy map that I posted.
Yeah, you found a good one.
I think this is all about what is it that they want, what is it what they need, what are they looking for, what do they need, like what do they want? What's the solution?
They want to find a way to manifest it. There's so many people that don't know how to visualize stuff, and they want someone to visualize it for them. Say, I visualize 100 millionaires in the room. I love that. You all visualize that with me? They want someone to visualize for them. What do they want? They want to see it manifest. So that's why a lot of leaders that have manifested big numbers, and I made 50,000 this month, and they prove it and show their income disclosure and stuff, that you seeing someone manifest it and you're like, I want to do that too. I see you doing that. I want to do that too. So visualizing it and manifesting it is why so many testimonials and stuff are always so powerful. People just gravitate to that and want to do that. They see, oh, they've done it before, kind of thing. And the fear is, I've never done this before. So that's my point. Anybody else?
Yeah, can you guys hear me? I saw that from my thing. Can you see me? Because something kind of went funky on my phone here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I really think this is really about when you're focusing on who it is that you're marketing to, and if there's someone that's in personal development, it's like, what is it that they want? They specifically, and sort of think through possibilities, whatever it is, and in a weird way that it's that I guess it depends on their everybody's unique in what they want. I mean, do they want a better lifestyle for their family? Do they want to travel? I mean, whatever it is, I guess it's really reaching into to speak to them to what it is that they really want. What are they visualizing, as opposed to focusing on, and that's something. If you're going to talk to someone in personal development, what is it that if you want to achieve what you're visualizing, you want to actually experience what it is that you've been visualizing and doing your vision boards on and all your affirmations about what's the specific result that you want. Do you want to have more time with your kids? Do you want to be able to retire, your spouse, retire yourself, retire your spouse, be able to travel, do things when you want, how you want, when you want, be able to make a difference in the world. What are the things but to speak to that in kind of a vision sense, because this is all really about how to speak, how to feel in the way that particular person thinks and speaks, and how to speak to them. So if it was someone in personal development, to me, I would think it would be talking about it in that way, because they've been doing affirmations and visualizations about that and speaking to it with that language. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I definitely think that one of the key core elements of what they would want is they would want their striving. They want to be a better person. They want to become a better version of themselves. And that's like all in all above all these things and tangible things that they want. I think that's like that place of how they want to feel on the inside about who they are and who they've become, and they want to develop themselves and become successful in whatever way that means for them.
Yeah, to be who they really are and access their unique gifts.
Yes. And I think sometimes I think it's also like what you just said, Valerie, like what are those gifts? What are those gifts that person has? Like they're wanting to know what their gifts are, or what their purpose is. They're wanting to discover that as well for themselves.
Greta,
I think,
can you hear me, ladies?
Absolutely.
Awesome. I'm so glad to be back on. I do want to touch on what both of you said, and what comes to my mind with the solutions or the opportunities, like you said, Greta, is to tap into their core desires and to become their greatest self. And one of those things are to become more aware, and how to become more abundant or attract abundance, and to also, I lost my train of thought, not only attract abundance but help other people. Because when you are at a place where you have that abundant mindset and you're always in a place of gratitude, you'll start to receive those things, and those things that you really truly desire, you'll be more connected to it, and they'll start manifesting. You start manifesting. That's the word I was thinking of. How to manifest those things that you truly desire. And I think that's a lot of what we found and what we have become more knowledgeable about and more aware of in our quest for personal development, for self-development. Would you ladies agree?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, taking it that next step, after you're comfortable in who you are, and you're confident, and you have your purpose, and you're utilizing your gifts, and that person living their true authentic self, they're ready and they're able and they feel more confident in helping others to achieve that as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. Totally.
And this always kind of took me on a different perspective when someone says, "Oh, you're just so lucky you get to stay at home and work," or you. That's just so. I want to say you're lucky, or what is the other? I wish I could do that. And then when they come in that perspective, it kind of tricks me off guard now. Going, I'm lucky, or you wish that, then why don't you go do that?
Yeah.
So that perspective always caught me off guard, going, why do you wish that or think I'm lucky? Why don't you go do it yourself? So I think having that perspective it just kind of throws me off. I had to add that in there.
And truly, ladies, I think that's why we're doing what we're doing, so that we can help people become more aware of that those things or this lifestyle is out there for them, where they can manifest those things. If this is something that you truly wish to have, you can manifest that. You can do anything that your heart desires, and there are ways that you can get connected. If you don't know how to do that, people like ourselves and the community that we're involved with, we show you how to do that. So I don't know if this is a perfect time to share with people that we have a boot camp coming up, right? And we blog, we all blog, and it's not just about blogging, but all of these boot camps help us identify with our core desires and the things that we truly want in life, and they helped us learn how to connect with that and how to be on a path towards that. And that's what I love about what we are about, why we're here, why we're sharing this information with you, because you can start today to make that change in your life to get exactly what you want in life. It doesn't matter what other people say. It doesn't matter about those environments that Greta spoke about. All of those things, or the negativity that you may be seeing or visualizing in your life, because I also heard the ladies say, even though I wasn't there, I was listening to you ladies, it all looks, I think Valerie said, how you view things. How you view your life is what's going to help you change your life and manifest what you want to happen or occur in your life. So I encourage you to click the link below. It's a big green button. It says, yes, I want in. Get in and start getting connected to what life has for you out there. There's something greater out there for you, and we can help show you how you can achieve it. So I want to just encourage you to click the button and connect with us, ladies, and get on board with that boot camp.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty powerful because it really doesn't matter if you're not targeting the personal development niche, like we had an example of today. You could be targeting people that want to make themselves more beautiful in cosmetics or skincare, or something like that. Or it really doesn't matter if you want to in fitness. I think we had the example of CrossFit and stuff, and I just watched this really cool basketball movie this morning. I was like, this is real? Do they get this, or talent? Some people are just driven to what their focus is and their goals, and you can do this for any target person that you want. So take this empathy map and do this for what you have to offer, what your skills and talents are, and you can feature that on the tool that we share below. I always say use your tools wisely. So get connected and make sure you click the link below and share your passion, do this empathy map for your tools, and by clicking this link. Does anybody have anything else? We've been on here for about an hour. We usually like to go half an hour to an hour, and see anything else we can wrap it up with?
Yeah, I just had one other quick thing for those of you that might be watching this and going, if you find yourself in the process where you're about to go and actually apply the empathy map, do this little thing first. Make the intention inside of yourself that you're about to tap into the most powerful part of your wisdom. And especially if you find yourself getting blocked, just ask yourself, say, okay, I have wisdom. And say ask yourself to be able to, or even just call it out. Tell yourself that you're going to tap into it, and then trust your life so that as you do this, as I'm about to do this, I'm about to do this empathy map, I'm about to go through this, that any thought that comes up out of me, all of my wisdom is going to come up, and I'm going to know the best, the most powerful answers that I could possibly come up with to answer all these questions. And you can actually apply that to any exercise of anything that you do. But if you find yourself getting blocked, a lot of that could be just, your own mental thing about, oh, I can't do this, I don't know how to do this, I don't know my thoughts are good, all that stuff. A, give yourself credit for noticing it, and then B, stop and make it, and, just make an intention and say, okay, I'm right now opening up my life, and I'm going to, in this moment, I will be accessing the most powerful, and then trust, So.
That's powerful.
But definitely,
Mallory, I would say awareness is so powerful.
Awareness, correct.
And connect with us, connect below, and get involved.
Next week is going to be fun, so make sure you get the download for Start Your Why. Is that right? Simon Sinek is our book. We're going to be going, there you go, Start With Why. She's got the book. Awesome, Greta. So make sure you review it real good this week. We're going to be discussing that next week, and I know Valerie's going to have some other insights because she's always powerful on this kind of stuff. So, or have an extra surprise exercise or something. So we're going to go through that book next week. Make sure you grab your copy. I think I've got a free download on my blog somewhere, and if you're inside the Superwomen group, I'm sure there's a link somewhere. So don't stop yourself from not accessing that book, because you can get access to that book. Go to your local library, go to Amazon. I mean, there's tons of ways. Just get inside, Start Your Why. There's videos of Simon Sinek you can probably watch in your here. So just refresh your mind of that. Come be aware and present next week, Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll see you there for another powerful insight. So connect with us below, click the green button, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.
See you on the other side.
Bye.
Bye.